And as you come down to our back, maybe just bring your knees in nice and slowly. Just to massage the back out, coming on our back. Bring your knees in. And really kindly, with kindness, just gently rocking from side to side. Just to feel the hips on the earth. Oh, and it feels nice. You can always lift the head and just squeeze the legs into the body. Just stretch the mid-spine, the upper spine. So tuning in what feels good for our back, our hips. Nice and gently. Inhaling and exhaling. If it feels a nice idea, we can bring our arms out to shoulder height, palms just suckering to the earth. So we've got that nice stable control to the body. Maybe let the knees just rock from side to side. So when we let the knees rock from side to side and the knees are really coming into the body, we feel a nice massage around the kidney area. Maybe take the knees further away, it comes more over the hips. So explore with that. And again, we can circle as well as rock. Just making that circle a little bit bigger maybe. If it feels like we're straining at all, just keep the knees over the body. Don't take the knees past the body, only if it feels safe to do so. So if you take the knees further away and we're rocking and circling, you feel a nice sensation on the sacrum and on the coccyx, the lower spine. Nice inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Breathe away anything we don't need. As we just gently rock from side to side again, just checking whether the knees want to stay into the body or if they want to come over the hips. If you bring the knees over the hips, maybe flex the feet, bring the legs into a right angle, which is a little bit more weight on our back. So if it feels too strong, bring the knees back in. If our back is not good at all and we just feel it's not good to have our legs lifted, we can bring the feet onto the earth, nice and wide, as far as the edges of the mat or further, and just let the knees windscreen wipe from side to side. So just choosing what level, much way we want to just warm into the back, into the waist. As we're rocking the knees from side to side, they can stay over the hips or they can come together, which means we might find a bit more of a stretch inside the body. And as we move the body in whatever way, whether it's circling still or if it's mixing with rocking, just tuning into a focus for the practice, what we'd like to feel today, what we need to feel. It might be calm, it might be content or balanced, well, whatever it is, putting that into a positive frame of I am or I choose. And then notice how that feels, bringing those words into the body, I am. Maybe finding now the knees are rocking further towards the earth. We may want to hold and hover the knees from the earth. So if we're hovering the knees from the earth, make sure we've got an engagement around the tummy button, around the ribs. As we inhale, the knees come back to center, and on the exhale, the knees drop down to the other side. But make sure we stay in control. Keep the shoulder blades connected to the earth, the arms and the hands sucking to the earth. And just feel that nice stretch inside the body. So again, just taking your time, making this your practice, go at your pace. And if it feels good to do anything else, just change. If you want to add a little more energy into this, if you're feeling quite healthy and well, the back is healthy, the hips, and your knees rock to one side, we can extend the top leg, keeping the knees, the thighs together, keep the shoulder blades sucking to the earth, both hands connected to the earth. Retract the knee and come back to center on the breath in. And then exhale to the side and extend the top leg if it feels a good idea. So if we think it's a good idea, we do that, and then it doesn't feel so great, we don't feel, we're not controlled, not in control, then just come back with both knees bent. Trap the knee to breathe into the centre. Exhale, extend the top leg to the side. And again, if this feels super easy, we want to go stronger, and we know our back and everything's healthy, we can extend both legs, bring both knees in to come to centre, and then rock to the side. Use control, nice energy around the tummy, the ribs. Retract the knees to breathe into centre. Exhale to the side, extend the legs. So exploring, keeping that awareness, tiny awareness on the body, working in a healthy way, a strong way, making sure you stay in control. And then if it feels a good idea, we can hover from the other side. So when we come to the other side, hover. The legs can be long, but only if it feels healthy to do so. Or we can hover for a few inches from the ground. Keep both shoulder blades connected, both hands and arms. And then drop the knees down. So we can keep the legs straight, or we can bend the knee. You're going to come into a stationary twist. So when we let the legs release down, just bring the elbows to the earth and just make sure we've got both shoulder blades connected to the earth. So just move the left shoulder blades over if we've got the legs to the left. And then we can hold the thigh, the knee, the calves, or the big toes. And if this stretch doesn't feel like the kind of stretch we want to have today, we can bend the knees and we can come into a gentler stretch, but still a strong stretch. So just feel what feels right for your twist today. A few breaths in and a few long breaths out. Let go of any gripping, let go of any tightness. And breathe in an energy to the body, a lightness to the body. And we can either stay in the twist we're in, or we want to come to a stronger twist, that twisted root. We can just bend the knees, bring the knees back to centre, ground the left foot, lift the hips and just come onto the left hip bend. We cross the right thigh over the left thigh. So we're crossing the right thigh over the left thigh quite high up. And if you've got it enough, if you're able to, we can wrap the foot around the lower leg and then let the knees fall over towards the left. And we can use support under the knee. So we isolate the twist. And then we can use our elbows again to shuffle the left shoulder blade over. So both shoulder blades are connected. And then we open this really nice twist around the mid-body, around the thoracic region. And then we can just let the knees fall over to the left and the head can turn to the right. You can pick the head up and bring the head further around and make sure it feels okay on our neck and our shoulders. Relax your shoulders from the ears. Now with regards to the twist, we can have the knees quite high up and the twist is more around the rib area, the thoracic region. Now the knees can be further away, so the twist is more around the kidney area, more around the hips, more in the adrenal energy. So a little play. And then don't worry if the knees don't come all the way down to the ground. Just focus on what feels tight and see we can breathe through that tightness. Breathing, let it go. We're going to roll all the way over onto the left side, bring that right arm over. So we're going to come into our cat's tail. So lifting the head up, bring the left hand under the side of the head. And we're just going to unravel the legs if they're wrapped, and then we're going to push the bottom knee back and the front knee comes forward. So I like to roll forward and shuffle my bottom hip backwards, and then push my bottom thigh back, and then roll back onto my side. And then this right shoulder's coming back. And we can bring our hands around the back. So if our hand comes to our foot, or if you've got a belt or anything, we can just wrap around the foot to hold, which brings the foot into the body, which is also a nice stretch on the left, that bottom thigh. Just taking our time. And if you don't want to hold, if there's a problem with our knee, if it doesn't feel healthy, don't worry about it. Just adapt to suit you. So give the body a moment to settle down. If you're using our strap, give it a moment, and then we want to readjust the hips or the knee or the thigh, we can do. The main focus on this pose is the back. It's a back bend. We've come into it a really strong way, I've been told, but I love coming into it this way because I can just relax different parts of the body. So I can relax this right shoulder down towards the earth. So we can keep the head in this hand lifted, or we may want to just let the hand soften down to the earth. And again, if you've got a blanket or something, a cushion, we could put something under our head for support. So make sure we're not putting any pressure on the neck or the shoulder. Make sure we're easy, a nice, easy, relaxed place. And then focusing on this arching back. So if you wanted to release the foot for a moment and just massage into that kidney area, the soft part of the lower back, just ease in. Sometimes with a really busy week, we can get our adrenal energy, our kidney energy can get drained. So it's nice to massage into the body and breathe into that area, bringing fresh breath, fresh energy into that area. And then breathe out what we don't need, any blockages, anything we're holding on to, we don't need, it's in the past, let it go. Just release it. As we inhale, maybe focusing on the ribs, the top ribs, the right rib expands to the side body, the back, the front, just filling with pranic energy, life force energy that comes in with the breath. And see if we can relax anywhere else. Make sure the neck is not getting tense. A couple more breaths here. See if we can let something go that we don't need. Breathe into what we do want to feel. Peaceful, balanced, happy, content. Whatever it is we choose in our affirmation, our focus. Come back to those words. I am in control, maybe. I am strong, I am balanced. And then release the back foot. Just let that release. Slide that bottom knee forward underneath the top knee. Bring the right arm over and just lie on the left side just to ease the back out for a moment. So the knees can stay in a right angle. Or we could bring the knees in, just shuffle the bottom ribs back underneath and then bring the knees in. Just a very gentle curl of the back, maybe bring the elbows down as well. Maybe curve a tiny little ball just to stretch out, to ease out any tightness in the back. Notice any sensations here as we release. On the breath in, just slowly, in your own time, don't rush. We don't go at my pace, always go at your pace. So you come back to the center on our back, realign the shoulders, realign the feet, bring the knees into the hands, and nice long legs, nice lifted knees one at a time. So the arms are nice and long, just gently rock again from side to side, just massaging with kindness into our back, loving our back. Bend the elbows, gently draw the knees in, gentle circles above the knees. So we feel that rolling sensation on the back. Changing direction. Then on the exhale, bring the knees in, maybe lift the head so the knees just round the spine, stretching your mid-spine, lift the spine out. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed from the ears. Inhale, lengthening. Long arms, head back to the earth and move with the breath. Exhaling, coming in. Inhaling out. Exhaling. Breathe all the breath out, like rolling a toothpaste from the lower lungs, mid lungs and upper lungs. Inhaling long. One more. As the legs come long, head comes out, arms come out to the side. Again, just a gentle rocking. Just we feel the sensation of the earth massaging with loving kindness to our hips. Back body, the kidneys, noticing how this right side feels compared to the left. And then we're going to come to our twist again. So finding whether you want to come with long legs, bent legs, over the hips or into the body. And just gently move into it. So rocking from side to side again. A little way, then increasing, use the arms and shoulder blades as stabilizers. If you're ready to come straight in, of course, listen to your inner guide, that inner guru that guides you. And then bending over to the, twisting over to the right. So I've got no room to keep my legs long, but if you've got your legs long, just maybe hover them from the ground, or if they're bent, hover them from the ground. Again, feel the energy around the tummy, around the ribs. Strong in control. Feel the connection with the shoulder blades, nice and balanced and steady. And then when you're ready, release the knees down into a twist. So legs can be long, legs can be bent. Let the head turn the opposite direction. Again, use the elbows to shuffle the right shoulder blade to the right to allow the left shoulder blade to have a nice space to land. Big breath in, bring in fresh breath, new energy in. Exhaling out anything we don't need, letting it all go. So we're twisting out the left side of the body now, which is our feminine energy, our creative energy, and our emotional energy. So letting go what we don't need here, releasing it. Anything stagnant, anything we're holding on to that's niggled us and we can't let it go, just breathe it away now, just for a moment. Feel lightness as we let it go. Noticing how this twist feels on this side of the body. And whether we want to stay in this twist, or if we want to come to that stronger twisted root. We might not if our knees or back or hips are not good and we want to stay where we are now. If it does feel good, lift the knees back to centre, ground the right foot. Just cross the left thighs high up onto the right thigh as we can. Lift the hips up and roll over onto the right hips at ground. And then maybe wrap the lower legs around each other. And then like a twisted root, like a tree rooting down. Let the knees fall to the right. And again, once you just regain, move the shoulder blades to the right. Readjust the body to find that lovely, lovely twist. Deep, deep twist. Big inhale, feel the ribs expand. And on the exhale, just feel everything relax down. Again, use support under the knees if they're hovering from the ground. Just so the spine can release. And the head, release the other direction. Few long breaths out. Few deep breaths in. Renewing the body, nourishing the body. Replenishing any energy we need. And then on the next breath in, just bring that left arm over. We're going to find our back bend, our cat's tail. So lifting the head up and bring the right hand under the side of the head. Unravel the legs, push that bottom thigh back. I like to roll forward again, sit the bottom hip backwards. And then roll back. And again, if you've got to use a belt or a sock or a scarf, or if you don't want to hold the foot, that's fine. If the hand easily comes to the foot, that's great. So just always adapt the pose to suit you. And then let the left shoulder ease backwards. And the head may want to ease down as well. We can put a pillow under the head for support. So because I've got hold of my foot, I feel a lovely stretch on that right thigh. If it feels too strong on our knee, then please just change. Just release. The main focus is on this back, this nice arching back. So into the kidney. So if you want to massage into these left kidneys with our hands, we can do. Ease out any tightness around the ribs maybe as well. Breathe it away like a grey smoke. And then relaxing when you're ready. Replenish the energy in our kidneys, our adrenal energy, our little cap sitting on our kidneys. And then bring the energy, the breath to the left side of the ribs. Just expand the ribs. So feel the ribs expanding as the lungs expand. So as we expand the lungs, just imagining them give a little squeeze to our heart, a loving hug to our heart energy, unconditional loving kindness for this body, what it can do in a healthy and safe way. And then release the back foot. Bring that hand over to the right, roll onto the right, and slide that bottom knee forward onto the left knee, and just come into a nice rest on the side body, just to let the spine ease out in a nice neutral place. And then when you get the signal to bring the knees in, again, just very gentle forward fold to the spine. Now the option here, as we pause here, the option is to push your way into a seated pose and come into child, or if you're okay to rock on your back forward and backwards, so we get a nice massage around the whole spine. We're going to roll onto our back, so just choosing now how we feel. We're going to just push up and come into child nice and gently, with ease, with awareness, or if you want to rock up and down, just rolling onto your back, realign, bring the knees in, head to the knees, just squeeze in for a moment, just make sure the back feels okay, and then bring the hands to the thighs. I'm going to just let the knees rock forward and backwards, and the core energy rock forward and backwards, and just roll up and down a few times, so we massage the upper spine, the mid spine, and the lower spine. Keep the chin tucked, so really nice, a nice curly spine. Lifting the hips and then rocking forward up to seated, cross the ankles, and we'll come forward to an extended child pose. So knees nice and wide, bottom coming down towards the heels. So if you want to put any padding under the knees, I like padding under my bony knees. So please put padding underneath. If you had a carpet, it might be okay. So knees nice and wide, big toes touching. Now if it doesn't feel good, if you want to have the knees closer, or if you want to have the knees right under the body, we can do that. Just checking how it feels on your back, your hips. And then the arms are forward. So we're going to have to walk the fingers as far forward as we can and walk them out to the sides. We feel a lovely stretch down the side body. And as we come here, again, just take our time to greet the earth, bowing down into our practice. So we can rock from side to side, just reconnecting with the body, how it feels in this pose. Connecting the forehead to the earth, or if we want to put something onto our forehead, if you want to put a pillow or cushion, blocks or elbows even, we can do. And just feel the third eye. So between our eyebrows, on our forehead is our chakra, that little energy vortex for connecting with our inner wisdom, our instincts. So just rocking from side to side, revisit what we want to feel in this practice. And then come to stillness. Now we can either soften the elbows, soften the hands, and be quite relaxed in the pose. Checking how our energy is feeling. We'll be relaxed. We will be more energetic, more raw. We can lift the palms, grip the fingers to the mat, lift the wrists, lift the elbows, walk the fingers further back maybe, and then roll the shoulders back down the body. So we feel a nice stretch down the back body. Feel each bone of the spine. We can move the body again if you want to move from side to side. Feel our way into the pose. But feel the tail of the spine tucking under. So the tail is tucking under, length of the spine. So it's a nice grounding pose back to our base chakra, being healthy and safe and balanced. And then we're going to ground the hands, round the tail, round the spine coming up. I'm going to rock forward, bend the elbows to the body. Just very gently rocking forward and backwards. Again, in your own time. Bottom comes back down, then round up, around the spine, push onto the knees, bend the elbows, rocking forward. So very gently feeling our way here. And then when we come the next time, bring the knees under the hips. Just make sure you can't see the feet, so everything's in line. And then carry on rocking forward and backwards, bend the elbows to the body, fingers spread nice and wide. Bottom comes back, readjust the hands, maybe we want to come in line with the shoulders. Inhale forward and backwards, very gently, feel the upper body, feel the elbows coming into the body, squeeze the upper arms into the body, tummy's drawing in. Nice and slowly. Either stay on our knees, rocking forward and backwards, or as we come forward, tuck the toes under and lift the knees. Keep the knees really bent, push the bottom back, bring the body towards the thighs, and then rock down. Nice and slow. Inhale forward, exhale, pushing back. Nice and slowly, checking the fingers, tummy's drawing in, shoulders rotate from the ears. If it feels okay, as you push back, we're taking the legs a little bit longer, coming towards downward facing dog. So just the hands, pedal the feet. Now, if you want to be in a like really wide feet, downward facing dog, we can have the feet nice and wide. It's our first down dog today. We can have the feet nice and wide. We can just lengthen one leg, so we just get a nice stretch in the calf, the Achilles heel, and we can paddle from side to side, nice and slowly. So keeping awareness on the hands. So imagine we're drawing energy up through the palm of the hands, shoulders are all the way from the ears, tummy's drawing in. Maybe both heels up, maybe both heels towards the ground. So not worrying about not landing on the ground, it's all about a journey. Stretching and releasing nice and slowly, keeping the awareness on the toes but nice and wide. And we put the heels towards the earth, feeling the energy coming to the outer edge of the feet, so not letting the arches fall in. And then rocking the shoulders forward, tummy drawing into plank, exhaling back. Now if you want to stay with the knees on the ground, please do, but make sure we've got tummy drawing in. So we can always get the knees forward and just rock forward and backwards again, if that feels safer. If it's okay, just rocking forward into plank on the breath in. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Feel a nice stretch to the shoulders. With the elbows a little bit maybe, pushing down, pushing back. If it feels too strong on our wrists, we can always come into dolphin on our forearms. And the next time, we're going to come forward into our plank or half plank with these on the ground. Pause, bend the elbows to the body if we're in our full plank, then drop the knees, flatten the feet, and come into a back bend. If this is too strong for your back, just come down onto your forearms, onto Sphinx, which is a nice passive back bend. So just decide which back bend is good for you today. If we're in this more upward, stronger back bend, we might want to come out into our Urdhva Mukha Shavasana, upward facing dog, lift the knees, shoulders roll back. Tummy still drawing in, really strong in the back, so don't come in if the back's not so good. Then drop the knees and push back into a nice extended child pose, just stretching the spine, tuck the tail, forehead on the earth, arms maybe come by the side of the body, and just wiggle the fingers, move the wrists, make sure everything feels okay. Inhaling, exhaling. Just checking how we feel. Make sure everything feels safe and well. And then bring the arms forward when you're ready. And we'll come onto all fours. We're going to warm into our hips. So knees come together, hands onto shoulders. I'm going to lift the left knee and we're going to just draw a figure of 8 with the left knee. So we're working on our female side first today. Just come through our super moon. So I'm still in a female energy. So nice circling around the hips. So we do kind of hold emotions in our hips. So just easing out anything we don't need. Maybe bring the knee to the nose and then lengthen back, pushing it back. Exhaling forward. Inhaling back. Exhaling. Now if it feels okay, we're going to pause here. Just make sure we've got our hands under the shoulders. We've got a nice stable foundation. We're going to come into a balance if it feels okay. Now we can keep both hands on the ground, or we can lengthen the right arm. So right arm, left leg, pushing away. Tummy drawing in. Shoulders release from the ears. Ears reach forward. Breathe here. Tummy drawing in. Feeling control and balanced. On the exhale, knee to elbow around the spine. And inhale, lengthen, nice and slow. Staying balanced and centered. And stay long. Pausing here. So either pause and stay like this. If you want to bring the hand down again, please do. Or bend the back knee and bring the right arm around the back. So you can find our foot and push the foot into the hand and lift the heart, raise the heart. Either gazing down for balance or gazing to the sky, open our heart. That positive energy in our heart. And then release and lengthen. Ground the hand and push back into downward facing dog, just to stretch the back, stretch the legs. Shoulders roll from the ears. If you prefer to go to child pose, please always follow your instincts where you need to go. Inhaling, exhaling. And then bring the knees back down to the earth. And we'll take that onto the right side. So knees together, then lift the right knee. So we're nice and balanced between that knee and the hands. And draw a figure of 8 with this right knee. So as you move it, noticing how it feels. What's any different from the other side? Maybe knee to nose, round the spine as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen. If it feels a good idea, pause. Make sure our hands are where we feel we're in control and the energy is centered. And if it feels okay, we can lengthen the opposite hand. So the left arm, right leg. So lift the ears from the shoulders, roll the shoulders down the back, tummy drawing in. Fingers spread nice and wide on the ground in hand. Draw up through the palm. Either stay here or knee and elbow together on the breath out. Nice curl to the spine, nice stretch to the spine, and then lengthen. Feel it extending forward, extending back, and exhaling, curling. In your own breath rhythm. And then pause here. So either stay long or bend the back knee, maybe bring that hand around the back and push the foot into the hand, lifting up. And then release and lengthen, and then ground. I'm going to bend the right knee and ground the right foot forward, and then lift the right arm, opening the heart. So we're going to come to our side half plank. So we can either stay with the back knee on the ground, or we can tuck the back toes and lift the back knee, open the heart. So feel a lifting from the energy from the palm of the hand that's grounding. Draw the energy through the arm to the top fingers. Ground the hand, drop the knee, change sides. Left foot comes forward and open the left arm to the sky. Inhaling and exhaling. Either stay here or tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. So you can stay at this level, just changing sides from knee to knee, or bring the hands forward, step the left leg back into downward facing dog, and then roll the feet over to the left, lift the right arm, full side plank, and hand down, down dog. As we exhale, inhale, roll onto the side of the feet. You can have one feet just in front of each other. If you want to hold and pause, you can always just stack the feet and pause if you wanted to for a couple of breaths. So again, make this your practice. Lift the ears from the shoulder. Lift the hips nice and high. Just changing sides. Just a couple more each side. Take a rest if you need. On the last one, if you want to add something in, pause and maybe lift the top leg a little bit. And change. Pause. Maybe don't lift the top leg. Oops, back to down dog. And then we're going to meander the feet forward, no rush. If you're enjoying where you are, take your time. Just walking the feet forward, just to come to dangle. So we can just let the elbows rest on the knees. Or we can let the spine release down. So the hands are on the ground. You can always bring the hands just resting on the inner arms. And we can move from side to side, always exploring how we are when we come to a different pose. We stay connected to the whole body. And then maybe slide the hands halfway up from our forward fold Uttanasana to Ardha Uttanasana, so a nice half forward fold. Hands can be on the inner hips, pushing the hips back, shoulders roll back. Just check the feet, toes spread nice and wide. Feel the breeze between the toes. Tummy's drawing in. And then bend the knees, slide down. We're going to come through chair pose. So feet can be hip distance apart, or we could bring the feet together. Just spread the toes nice and wide, bend the knees, and come into chair Utkatasana. Palms together, left elbow over to the right knee, and just check that both knees are nice and balanced. So we're not letting the left knee come forward. Again, check the toes are nice and wide, distribute the weight. Feel the outer edge of the feet connected to the earth, or the arches lifting, and turn to the right. The shoulders roll down the back. Inhaling and exhaling. So either stay here or bring a lightness to the left toes, lift the left heel, slide the toes back a little tiny bit, and see if you squeeze the knees and thighs together, or keep the knees right over the ankles. And we're going to come into a balance. So gaze down to the ground and lift the left foot if we can. Step the left foot back, drop the back knee, and come into a twist. So the back knee is on the ground, turning and twisting. So we can keep the back knee on the ground, or we can pick the knee up. Release the hands forward, downward facing dog, or take a moment in child, or just lie on your tummy. Inhaling, exhaling. And then meander the feet forward, meandering Right foot to the left foot to the right. Come back to dangling. And then slide the hands up to a half forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. Again, either feet stay hip distance apart or feet come together. Bend the knees, release the hands by the ears, tipping up to the sky, Utkatasana chair. Hands together, take the right elbow to the left knee, just check the knees staying forward, right over the ankles if the feet are apart. If the knees are together, we can squeeze the thighs together and the knees. Turn to the side. Inhaling, exhaling. So we can either stay here or come to that balance. So slide the right foot slightly back. So we come onto the toes, lift the heel. Gaze straight down the mat in front of us. Check we've got that connection with the left foot to the earth. And then see we can let lightness to the right toes. And then stepping it back, drop the knee, find our twist. And then either keep the knee on the ground or lift the back knee. Bring the hands back to the earth and walk forward. I'm going to come to standing, so let the hands come up the legs, around the spine, or hinge, but it feels better for our back. But just slowly come to standing into our mountain pose. So feet hip distance apart, just rocking and rolling. And find that nice centre of balance. Close the eyes and breathe here. Feel lifting through the whole body, rising to the sky. Feel the tingling of aliveness in the hands, the fingers. Come back to our intention, our focus, I am. On the exhale, just let the chin drop down to the chest, open the eyes. Step the left foot back, going to come into Trikonasana triangle pose. So we're just going to have our right toes facing forward. The back toes are slightly turning in. Make sure we've got a nice balance, and an even balance to the weight to the feet. And then bring the arms to shoulder height. Exhale, reach forward and pause. Reach forward and release the hand down. So if we've got a stool or a cabinet or blocks we can put our hand on, we can do that. Just don't put the weight onto the knee. And we're going to lift the top arm to the sky. So if you want to bring that hand on the inside of the thigh, much stronger in our core energy, just bring the tummy in and gaze the fingers at the sky. Inhale, push the feet away, drawing up, and reverse the back hand to the back thigh, front arm to the sky. Feel a lovely stretch down the front of the body. We're going to move with the breath, inhaling up, reach forward, exhaling down, triangle. Push the feet away, draw the energy through the legs, draw the thighs together, draw the energy for the body. Nice and slowly. Inhale to center, change the feet in the direction, and reach forward to the left with the hat side. Let the hand come down, top arm come up. Doesn't matter what side you're doing, just changing direction. Inhaling up, in reverse. And come back. So in your own time, moving forward and backwards. Nice strong energy on the tummy and the strong energy on the legs. Channel the energy up from the feet, from the legs to the body, to the fingers. And then come to the side, heel toe the feet in. We're going to come to a balance, so just take our time We want to come by a wall. We can put our back on the wall or our side body on the wall. We're going to come to tree, but just take our moment, take our time just to ground, relaxing here, find a nice balanced, stable place. So I'm going to do my left side first. So I might look like I'm doing my right, but I'm doing my left. So a bit of weight onto my left foot. I'm going to bring the right heel on the inside of this standing leg. Hands can stay on our hips. Or we could stay here and hands can come to the heart center. Or we could draw the energy right through to the crown, rising up. You can interlock the fingers, point 2 fingers away, grab the thumbs around each other, and just pause here. So we can stay here if we wanted to stay here. So the weight is really good for our bones and our hip, keeping that knee to the side. So if you wanted to go to the next level, we could slide the foot over the calf, keeping the knee open to the side. So just knot onto the knee. And again, if you've got slippy tights on, and if you had a belt, you could use a belt around your foot, just to give that a bit of a grip and a bit of a help to keep the knee there. Or the foot could come to the inner thigh. So you want the foot facing down the leg. So you don't want to skew the knee in any way. So the foot is facing down the leg. So if it feels better to have the foot down onto the calf or down onto the ground, then we can do that. But just make sure the knee isn't being put in an unnatural, unhealthy position. And then we can either keep the hands on the hips, or we can bring the hands open and wide, or the hands could come together. So feel the energy rising up through the sole of the foot, tummy drawing in. Just going to move the screen a little bit. So just feeling strong like a tree, flexible. So feel all the toes connected to the earth. Shoulder blades relax down the back, but draw the energy up through the front body. So feel the tummy drawing in, the ribs rising. Bring the energy to the fingers. And bring the energy back down to the third eye, the forehead. Down to the throat for our kind words to ourselves and to our heart. Then open up, release that knee forward, and maybe lengthen that leg forward. Take it to the side. So we always use our belt here to lift the leg. And forward, then bend the standing leg, the left leg bends, and then we're going to come here. So either stay with this a bit longer, got our belt handy, we can use a belt to the sides and to the front. Or we're ready to move on, we're just going to let the foot rest on the thigh. So just taking your time, I'm moving it quite quickly to give options. And then just slide down, so we're stretching out through that glute. So when we drop down, I'm going to stretch through that right, I've got my right leg on front, so I'm going to stretch in the right glute. You can use the wall for support. Elbows could come down onto the knee, the ankle, or they could come all the way down to the earth. So it just depends where you want to be with this stretch. And then release up to standing. Come back with both feet grounded. Take a moment in mountain pose and just feel nice and centered, equal. And then when you're ready, we'll take that to your side. Starting with the heel against the lower leg. You can use our belt to get a grip. But as we draw the leg up, making sure the foot stays facing down, so it can be on the calf, foot facing down, or the foot on the inner thigh. And again, we can use our belt, so we can keep it in our hand maybe, or over our shoulder, just to feel a strong connection. Knee, hips are open, arms, branches reaching to the sky. Maybe it's like the fingers, thumbs wrap around each other. Breathing here, feel that strong connection from the earth, our roots from the earth. Draw the energy back down to the third eye, down to the throat, to the heart. Open our branches. Bring that leg forward using our belt. If you've got one handy, just to lengthen the leg forward, to the side. Forward, to the side. And then bending the knee, we come forward, bend the standing knee, bring the foot across the thigh, and then just dropping down to stretch the left bottom cheek out. Just feel a nice stretch in the deep piriformis muscle. Either stay here or the arms could rest on the foot and the knee, or the hand could come down to the earth. And then release the foot and come back to dangling. And then we'll find our way onto our back. So nice and slow, coming through a squat pose, just to stretch the back out. If you've got any cushion, going to come into a wide-kneed reclining pose. So we put our blocks or support to either side. You come down onto our back. Bring in any warm socks, any blankets and pillows from under our head. But when we come down, just taking our time, slowly coming in. Again, knees can come in, just again, reconnect the earth to the back, nice circles, nice gentle movement. Feel what needs easing out. Let the arms come out again, nice twist. Again, rocking from side to side, or if it feels nicer to land, please do. Just a final twist as we come towards relaxation, towards our relaxing pose. Just ease out, twist out anything we've loosened, any stagnant energy, any blockages, but twist them out, wring them out, breathe them away. And when you feel ready to, no rush, feet to the earth, soles of feet come together, and then use our supports under our thighs, under our knees, just so we can have a nice stretch on the inner thighs, top of the thighs a little bit maybe as well. If it feels too strong on the inner groin, then just prop up as many cushions as we need to feel a nice relaxed place. Tuck the tail under. Just roll the shoulder blades underneath as well, chin to chest. As we pause here, if we feel we need to do something else to make this perfect, this practice perfect. If you wanted to come to an inversion to finish with, we can do. Please always honour your internal journey. And if we're okay here, just let the hands rest anywhere on the body. And focus on the breath. So a nice long slow breath in through the nostrils if that feels okay to do so. And nice long slow breath out. If you wanted to finish with alternative nostril breathing, we could bring the right hand up to the nose. Just allow the thumb and the little fingers to rest against each nostril, and the other fingers rest between the forehead and on the bridge of the nose. And then close the right nostril and slowly breathe in. Really slow breath in through the left nostril. And a longer, slow breath out through the left nostril. Release the right nostril, close the left. And have a nice, long, slow breath into the right nostril. And a longer, slow breath out to the right nostril. And then close and go back to the left. So just in your own time, just slowing and lengthening the breath. Changing sides, and be ready to change sides. This is just rebalancing both hemispheres, both sides of the brain. We start on the left, so when you're ready to finish, just make sure you finish on the right. And then in your own time, just let the legs release away. Now if there's any bad backs, we keep the knees bent, or we can let them rest on a bed or a chair or something. But when you're ready, just let the arms and the body relax completely to the earth. When you do come into relaxation, just scan through the body and softening through the toes, relaxing and releasing the toes. Feel the heaviness of the heels to the earth. The strength in the bones of the shins and the softness to the muscles in the calves. Relaxing the knees, backs of the thighs, heavy, heavy to the earth. Sides of the thighs, tops of the thighs, releasing, just feeling the heaviness of the legs down to the earth. Gentle rising of the tummy with the breath in, and then a release to the heaviness to the hips, the lower spine to the earth on the breath out. Feel each bone of the spine releasing, vertebrae by vertebrae to the earth. A slight expansion of the ribs, and the lungs, and the breath in, and a complete release, and a relaxing down to the earth on the breath out. Shoulder blades melting, drifting into the earth. The shoulders, the arms, the hands heavy to the earth. The softness through the throat and the neck. Relaxing to the face. Softness for the skin, sliding down the side of the face to the earth. And the head heavy into the earth, anchoring you into this moment, in a real moment, your moment. completely relax. Everything fade away. The lightness to the crown of the head, all the hairs on the head, all dropping down to the earth, heavy to the earth. The forehead softening, right eyebrow and the left eyebrow softening, eyelids, the right eye, the left eye, and all the muscles around the eyes softening, releasing. The bridge of the nose, and the cheekbones relaxing. Gentle breeze around the nostrils and the upper lip, and softening the upper lip, the lower lips, the chin and the jaw relaxing. Everything sliding away, down to the earth. Tasting in the mouth, the warmth, the upper mouth, the sides, the bottom, and the tongue relaxing to the lower mouth. The back of the tongue, the centre of the tongue, and the tip of the tongue relaxing. The teeth heavy in the mouth, the jaw relaxed. Just feel that slight tingling of energy through the whole inner body. The soles of the feet, the hands, the whole body alive with energy, pulsating energy. Going into the centre of the heart. Mind and body completely still, like a lake. Dive deep within to find your true self, your bliss. Just coming back to your affirmation, your intention. Just allow these words to slowly drop in, like pebbles in a lake. Feel the positive ripples rolling out in your centre. If nothing comes to mind, maybe thinking to yourself, I am physically, emotionally, mentally, and energetically harmonized. I am physically, emotionally, mentally, and energetically harmonized. I'm balanced in my thoughts, my emotions, and my deeds. be balanced and harmonised. So staying exactly where you are as long as you need. When you do move, just rolling onto your right side and curling into a tiny little ball. Not rushing, just taking your time. Easing slowly and kindly back into your day. I'm going to leave you here for just taking your time to ease yourself with kindness back into your day. Namaste.